NOL rivals rekindle that rivalry tonight with the season hanging in the balance as it's win or go home for the top-seeded Norwalk Lady Truckers and defending district champion Shelby Lady Whippets meeting in the semifinals at Ashland for a spot in Saturday's title game. It's live and free wherever internet can be found, and it's taking over your eyeballs and eardrums. Next.
James 1 Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James 1 Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store, or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Campestre pregame show where the table's all set at Ashland for an awesome playoff matchup for the right to move on and play Sandusky Perkins. I'm Brian Skowronski, Effie James is with me, and we've got the #1 seed taking on the defending champs. I think there's a lot of juice for a district semifinal right here.
Right, you know, nice crowd on hand, and as usual, a tournament game, there's always going to be some atmosphere in the gym. So, but these two crowds, these two communities do a great job of supporting their athletics in general. So it's going to be a great contest. I'm looking for a competitive game.
Let's tell you about Shelby and how they've been able to get here, coming off their 5th straight MOAC championship, 6th straight year that they've been to the round of districts, and another fine season by Coach Natalie Lance and her bunch. They're one of the best programs that we have in North Central Ohio, and they proved it again this season. Yeah, we talked earlier about how the tournament time is so much about good coaching and being able to prepare your team for the game in the tournament, because tournament games are different. So coaches got to do a great job of preparing their teams. And, you know, Coach Lance has done a great job of getting her team prepared year in and year out for tournament play. And she told me before the game last Saturday that she thinks this is one of her best coaching jobs they had. A lot of injuries at the beginning of the season and replacing 4 kids in the starting lineup this year. She's done one heck of a performance so far, 19-5 on the season. And for Norwalk, this is their best year in program history in terms of wins, and they almost didn't get here, Effie. Wow, yeah, they had to erase a double-digit deficit late in the sectional final, but they've truly been dominant otherwise when you look at the outscoring their opponents by almost 19 per contest. Wow. Yeah, they are an impressive group of young ladies that play the game the right way with a lot of effort and intensity. This is going to be a great matchup. Yeah, that's been their calling card all season, just getting after you defensively and then keeping that energy flowing. And before we get ready for tonight's contest, of course, we got to pay homage to the great US of A. So here comes National Anthem. So the stage is all set here now, Effie, and I complimented Bellevue before the previous game during the national anthem. Everyone holding hands and just getting a body on a body there, and both these teams did it.
Right. It's, just an extra chance to show some team camaraderie before the game begins, because it truly, takes all 15 members of the team, even the ones that may not get a lot of playing time, play a valuable part in these tournament wins. So, anytime you can show respect and be a great teammate to one another, I'm all for that.
Well, it takes the full 15, but we're going to focus on just one right now.
Right.
And let's begin with Eve Schwemley of the Lady Whippets, our El Campestre player spotlight tonight. She's just a sophomore, but I think she's emerging as the top offensive threat for the team. She had a pair of big performances at sectionals where she led the squad in scoring each night. Yeah, and Eve Schwemley just being a consistent scorer and getting better and better as the season goes on says a lot. And we've seen a lot of 10th graders play big, early this year and even now in the tournament. This sophomore class and underclassmen have played a big role in tournament wins. So Eve Schwemley is one that I expect to put her imprint on this game early and often. And for a young kid, she's just got moxie. She's the coach's kid, and she's so aggressive when she's on the floor, almost always playing downhill. Look for her to be a big difference maker. She might get matched up, though, with the co-District 6 Player of the Year, Brooklyn Davis. This is a gritty, tough, aggressive player, the team leader, and despite the numbers that aren't really going to blow you away, Effie, this is just a girl that she knows how to play basketball, and she'll get hers when she needs to, but she also knows when to spread the love. Well, when I look at Brooklyn, I look at leadership, and sometimes when it comes to basketball and leadership is doing whatever it takes, and sometimes you have to get rebounds, sometimes you need to score, sometimes you just have to be a leader vocally to her team, and I've seen this young lady be that for the number 1 seed Lady Truckers this year, and that she's a huge part of their success this year. Well, I'm going to tell you, Effie, how Norwalk can get it done here tonight with our El Campestre key to the game. This is a team that defends with a lot of intensity, more than any girls team that I've had a chance to see yet in this tournament. So I think that is going to be the difference for them, is just to come out. I went with pressure, burst, pipes. If they can pressure Shelby here tonight, I know they've got a veteran backcourt, but they just need them to keep playing some defense, and if they can do that, they're going to win. Yeah, and we saw a couple good defensive teams in game 1 of tonight, but I agree. But I also think for Norwalk it's important they get off to a good start. They're going to have to get out to a good start tonight. Shelby is a team that, as we both know, they've got great tournament moxie. They've been here before. Their program is comfortable in these spaces. Norwalk is going to have to get off to a good start tonight to affect the outcome of this game. But I think they can do it. They've got the personnel, and I think they've got the confidence at this point to play well from the beginning. And so for Shelby, they're going to have to deal with that intense pressure. The senior guards need to just step up and handle it. Strong with the rock is my key to the game tonight. I think they got to get a big performance from Demi Hipp, who was just announced here. She's small in stature, but she's got to play like a bulldog and just try to not give it away to a Norwalk team that typically, when they force turnovers, they cash them in, they get 2 or 3 points at the other end. Yeah, and I think that's so important, is handling the basketball against pressure. And I also think for Shelby, it's important that they match the intensity of Norwalk. Norwalk is going to come with a tremendous amount of energy from the gate. They've got to be able to match that and be able to play, not get out-hustled tonight. And when it comes down to it, you want the game to be played based on execution. But a lot of times it comes down to who plays the hardest and who hustles the most, who gets those wins. So Shelby's got to really come out, match the intensity that Norwalk's going to bring right from the tip. That was the starting lineup just announced for the Lady Whippets. Now the Truckers are going to get their turn, and they've got a veteran unit. They've got a fun unit to watch, and I look forward to seeing them for just the second time this season. That's Abby Koenig, the leading scorer on the team with almost 13 per contest. Right there, Kenzie Smith, only averages 6. She was huge in the win over the Lady Tigers of Mansfield on Saturday. Actually took the game over down the stretch of that one when they needed points the most. She did. That's Brooklyn Davis, the District 6 Player of the Year. And then she's going to be joined by a senior guard in Kylie Moser, and then Summer Molman, the guard post combo at wearing number 30 here tonight. And we do have the Shelby Whippets starting lineup. that we can show you guys as well. Beautiful full screen map of them. And there they are. So that's Demi Hip. She's got Audie Albert with her. Those are the only two seniors. And then it's some youngsters. You got Trinity Banker, Alexis Booker, and then Eve Schwemley, who, as I mentioned, I think over about the second half of the season and definitely in the tournament, she's been their go-to scorer.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, it's going to be critical, and I've seen, confidence plays a big role. And Norwalk coming off a huge, win against the Lady Tigers where they really had to battle to get here. Those are the type of wins that really can set you on a course for real success here in the tournament. But, Shelby's got the moxie. They've got the experience at this level.
But it's going to be Norwalk with the basketball to start as that wraps up our El Campestre pregame show. And we are underway. So we saw about 40 combined points in the first game tonight, Effie. We're going to see a ton more here in this one. So that one an air ball, the first shot of the night from the corner for Smith, but she got a clean look.
She did, and Shelby comes out in a really aggressive 1-3-1 defense and gave up an open look to start. But as you say, you don't want to give up too many of those open shots to Smith. She's going to knock them down.
Here's Baker off the bounce into traffic. Davis just stood her ground and caught it actually out of bounds, so Shelby's going to keep it down at this end.
All right, and that defensive pressure forces teams to come drive hard, and that time Brooklyn Davis just stood her ground right there and tried to take the charge, but instead the ball goes out of bounds. But good, solid defense on that first possession.
Here's Hip, has to go down to her knees. Jump ball, it'll stay down here at this end with the Whippets, but obviously that's an unforced error right there for Shelby.
Right. And, it's early in these games, and you can feel the intensity is high, and, you'll see some ball handling mistakes until these teams settle into the game. But right away you see the intensity. The Norwalk Lady Truckers, their defensive intensity, they got big hands, and they are moving their feet and aggressive to the basketball.
Here's Eve looking to go to the center of the floor. Almost lost it on the handle, and now she'll travel. So Shelby with the first giveaway here of the night.
Well, you mentioned how important it's going to be for ball handling, and as you can tell, the defense is going to be tough and aggressive for Norwalk. So Shelby does have to do a good job of handling the basketball as Norwalk has an unforced turnover.
Yeah, tough pass to catch here from Moser. She went up, climbed to the third level, just couldn't squeeze a thing, so they re-gift the possession back over to the Lady Whippets, who are able to break the pressure here inside to Albert, and she walks with it.
Wow.
And this is the pressure burst in the pipes that I talked
Absolutely.
about with
Absolutely.
Norwalk. Look how fast they fly to the basketball,
Right.
Effie. I mean,
a lot of pace.
you think you got something, and then the window closes.
Yeah, a lot of pace to this game and a lot of energy. And, both teams are ready to play. A little jitters, you could tell, a little loose with the basketball, but the energy is there from both sides.
Smith wanted the screen. It never came. Now it does. Kenzie no-look pass out to Koenig, and she steps through. Took a lot harder shot than I thought it was going to be, but she recovers and got a couple of free throws coming up in her future.
Great aggressive drive that time. She was able to get into the paint, get her own miss, and with the strong rebound and goes up strong and go to the line for two.
Yeah, good look there on the Bo Lacey replay, just ripping it, getting the elbows high. Misses the first free throw. So we are still here with you guys. Sorry about the black screen. Had a first here in OH Report history. The computer went flying.
Fumble.
But it's back in our possession.
Right.
And we can tell you that the possession right now belongs to Norwalk. But Shelby comes away with a turnover. They lead it 1-0 so far. That 1 point belonging to Eve Schwemley at the free throw line, of course. Now the Lady Whippets back with it. Eve with the drive from the free throw. Ball off the front iron. Back tap in the play, but a foot out of bounds there for Alexis Booker. And hey, let there be light and video yet again.
Nice. That time Brooklyn Davis with a great box out of that. She didn't get the rebound, but she kept the Shelby player from getting the rebound and got Norwalk possession back. So great effort again by the Truckers. And, I don't know what it is, Brian. Maybe it's us that's not a lot of shot making going on when we're in the building, but a lot of hard play, that's for sure.
So we've got a tie-up jump ball. And it'll belong to the Lady Truckers. And flip-flop the scoreboard. It should be at 1-0 Lady Whippets in front.
And this 1-3-1 defensive set is, it's a tough one to penetrate against because they have someone guarding the middle. Great hands that time, I think, by Schwemley.
But they give it away, so turnovers definitely starting to pile up on both sides. Very sloppy basketball game here through 3.5 minutes, and you got another jump ball. We're going to get a timeout here, Effie, because Norwalk and Coach Brock Manlett, they sense that just things aren't going well, obviously. They're sitting on a goose egg 3.5 minutes in here, and that's not like them.
Right. And the thing is they're only down 1, which says, it's more about the energy than it is. It's about the execution than it is the energy. So a lot of times you're happy when your team is playing hard, but you got to settle into the game and be able to execute and get some points on the board. Because right now they are you want them to hurry but not rush. And right now both teams are really rushing shots, rushing passes, a lot of turnovers, unforced turnovers are happening right now. But you could tell both teams really want this game. But it's always fun to see teams play hard, and we want to see offense. We want to see the ball go in. But I'd rather see great effort, and that's what we got here from both these teams. A little 2-2-1 full court from Norwalk out of the timeout.
They almost pick it off, too. Passed on right into the chest of Mosier. But it's off our belly out of bounds, so Lady Whippets will keep it. Here's Baker walking it in between the circles. Smith picks her up. And they just can't get separation on the wing. I mean, they want to initiate the offense, but nothing's available. So Baker pops that one, and it's rebounded by Norwalk. A one and done again for the Whippets.
Yeah. Nice job by Trinity Baker stepping in the passing lane.
Read it all the way, and she coasts in for the first field goal of the contest halfway through the first.
Absolutely.
Second look here on the Bo Lacey replay. Baker like a safety, watching it all go down.
She read the eyes, jumped all over it, got in the passing lane, done a great job. She's going to get a break here with halfway through the first quarter.
Oh, and another bad giveaway by the sophomore Koenig as Hip took it right out and got into the run, but good recovery there by Norwalk.
Yeah, Demi Hip got a gift that time, and ball came right to her. She just caught it and took off with it.
So Lady Whippets with a 3-0 advantage. Charlie Neese into the contest. Younger sister, of course, of Sophie. And she gives it away. Smith on the run. Carried it.
Yeah, great, a missed opportunity. Smith, great defensive intensity. Just kind of lost the ball a little bit. Norwalk is still in this 2-2-1 full court pressure, which is a different look that Shelby is seeing, having a little bit of trouble. They're going to trap here in the corners.
Skip pass finds Demi all alone, can't bury it. Chase for the ball, and it's tipped out into the Norwalk bench. Look at Coach Manlett. I mean, just beside himself with his girls, getting shut out.
Yeah. Well, you know, it speaks to the intensity of tournament basketball. You know, everything is turned up. You know, everything is a step faster than it normally is. The pressure is a little bit higher than it normally is. So generally it takes a little bit more time, and we're going to get into a push-off. And, you know, I'll tell you, I like the call. Aubrey came off the screen and she pushed off. And, you know, usually you see officials let that go, but that official was right on top of it and made a good call, offensive foul.
So a whole plethora of turnovers here in the first 5 minutes of action. We'll see if both units can settle into the contest. Certainly Norwalk, they would love to try to get some more quality looks like this one right here, and they're on the board. Big shot from the corner, buried by Lucy Schlauter.
Yeah, and, you know, that's one of those things that can get your offense going. And a good defensive play there, good defensive intensity, but they needed that shot in the worst way to go down. It picks them up defensively, and now Shelby, you got to try to answer right here. Their primary ball handler is not in, but they've got to do a better job of executing. And, you know, Eve Schwemley hasn't got many touches here in the first quarter. So let's see if they try to get her a look.
Start the offense here near side. Long lobs it in. Albert with the step through, triple team, then it's poked away. Oh, but another bad pass. Schwemley read it again, and they have gift wrapped Shelby probably 4 just blatantly bad passes.
Right. And you know, for the Lady Whippets, they've done a good job of just reading the eyes, getting in the passing lanes, not giving up. They give up a rebound, but they have their eyes on the ball handler. And Eve Schwemley at that time got a gift and gets to the line, makes the first one.
Eve with 2 points now, both at the free throw line. And she goes 2 for 2 on this trip. As Baker back into the mix, Eve going to get a quick breather. And we'll see a lot more rotation here in the second game, Effie, with the intensity and the pace picked up.
Right. You know, great job breaking the full court pressure that time by Norwalk.
Oh, but great hands there by Nice. Looking to go end to end, coast to coast.
How about that?
Left hand.
Nice job.
So Charlie's on the board. And the Whippets doing more than just competing here.
Yeah.
But that aggressive nature is going to draw some fouls. That's going to be their third and the first here on Long.
Well, and I think, you know, when you're playing aggressively and you're trying to get Norwalk out of their game, it's tough to keep your hands off, and we talk about that as coaches. You can't hand check. Some officials let it go, some don't. It kind of depends on the play. But aggressive defense on both sides, really.
3 ball on the way, spun out for Koenig. Fouls on the floor. I think this is going to go against Shelby. And it's Albert called with the push-off. That's going to be number 2, I think, on Audie.
Wow. You know, the loose ball calls are tough, you know, because sometimes you're going after the basketball and, you know, you just collide. And sometimes you can't do anything about it, but good aggressive play.
Tough catch inside Davis. Collected her own miss, was able to force the jump. But Shelby doing an excellent job of just walling up around her, making things challenging. Koenig on the kick out. They'll swing it. Clean 3 look straight away. Bottoms up.
Wow.
Nothing but the bottom right there.
You know, and Mosier was wide open, set her feet, and really good looking shot.
Long, really challenging angle right there. Went off the side of the backboard, so Norwalk with a chance to get out and run, but she recovers.
Wow. Both teams really getting up and down the floor. A little contact, but, you know, tournament basketball, they're going to let you play a little bit more, and I like it that way. But, you know, these teams are playing with great energy, getting up and down the floor. I'm sure both coaches would like a little bit better execution on the offensive side, but they are both playing extremely hard.
Baker tried to thread the needle. Dangerous pass, of course. And now Norwalk might have got away with a little carry right there. See if they elect to hold for the final shot. Just 22 ticks remaining here in the first. Another low-scoring game. 7-6 on your Phillips Tube group scoreboard, and not going to add to it, or will they? Davis sinks it. Shelby's got to check the clock. And that's not going to count, as we've got one in the books. The Truckers come storming back. Top seed leads it by one heading into quarter two.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store, or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
We've got one quarter in the books of this Division II district semifinal at Ashland. I'm Brian, and Effie's joining me. And what's your impressions of this matchup so far, Mr. James?
Energy, energy, energy. And, you know, that's what you see. And a lot of times when you get a lot of energy, you forego execution. But these two teams are playing really hard and a lot of effort right now. But a lot of mistakes and turnovers are accompanying that effort. But I will say that, you know, Shelby has come to play. And, you know, Norwalk being the number one seed, they're a legitimate number one seed. And Shelby is coming to play. They're not backing down. They're being physical, and they're attacking the basket. Back-to-back turnovers. Or is Shelby going to keep it?
Yeah, they're going to say last touch by Norwalk,
yeah.
But for the Lady Truckers, they're approaching double-digit turnovers, Effie, less than 9 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and that's sloppy.
Shelby will turn it over after all.
Right. You know, and this is the time, and I'm sure at the quarter, both coaches said, hey, look, we've got to settle. You know, it's a one-point game. We've got to settle down now and do a better job executing and with simple things, passing, catching, dribbling, those simple things. We got to settle down and get that done. Brooklyn Davis is a monster on the board.
She's a reason why she was recognized as the co-player of the year in the district, despite not having like great numbers to blow you away.
Right.
She just knows how to get it done. So does Nice with the mic-in.
Well, I like the fact, and that's what you got to do against this full court pressure. Once you break it, you can't just break it and pull it out. You break it and then you attack it. And Shelby done a great job of that this time.
Oh, now Nice disrupting the offense. Almost came away with her second steal. Leads to Kenzie Smith, though, from the foul line, pure.
Yeah, Kenzie Smith, to me, she's got a smooth game. She really plays nice looking shot. She handles the ball well.
Nice from the corner trying to drive baseline, cut off there by Smith, who she's going to pick up team foul number 3 here for Norwalk, and keeping her cool. She wanted to say something. Didn't love the call. There she was at the other end, burying that jumper, and I think you're right. Pretty smooth game for number 14.
Yeah.
More substitutions here for Shelby. Natalie's definitely gone to her bench quite a bit here in the early goings as they've got Reiser now on the floor. Schwemley trying to go to work. But Norwalk, they do a good job of defending without leaving their feet. Looked like that one was affected by Baker, and Shelby keeps it in bounds. 3 on 2.
Demi Hip with a nice rebound. She battled in there.
Swish in transition there for Schwemley. She's got 5.
Demi Hip, all 5-1 of her, battled that time for a rebound, got the outlet, which led to that bucket. Great effort.
Jump stop through traffic, and it's going to go. Good shot there by Mosier, her second field goal.
Yeah, nice, strong dribble drive in the middle. And again, Shelby's going to attack this pressure. Got a good look.
Albert with kind of a strange looking rebound right there. Didn't leave her feet.
Nice rebound.
So now Adi with the putback there. Gets Shelby back within a point as offenses starting to pick up here.
Right.
Oh, Smith with the step through, blew it at the 10. And now here's Albert on the run. Almost put it through.
Audie Albert's doing a great job of running the floor. She's been running the floor in transition, getting herself easy looks. Last time it was an offensive rebound. This time it's a run out. She's doing a good job of just getting ahead, trying to get easy looks for a basket.
It's the first foul on Emily Koenig, who's going to check back out of the mix as Morgan Lieber replaces her. That one rims in and out. Koenig with the rebound. Eventually cut off. Now back to her, looking for Davis down on the flex cut. She's a little slow to get around.
And Shelby switched back to a man-to-man look from their 1-3-1 they were in earlier in the first quarter. And right now they are just trying to give different looks to Norwalk and see if they can handle this man-to-man ball pressure.
Mosier got bumped, and that's going to be Schwemley picking up the foul right there, her first.
Yeah.
16 foul, though, on Shelby, so no more to give. It's going to be bonus action moving forward here for the Lady Truckers. And, well, yeah, she sent at the free throw line. There was definitely no shot attempts.
No, I think it's going to be, it's going to be out of bounds under here.
Give her some credit trying to sell it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Koenig lost her balance down to the floor, keeps the possession alive here. Smith coming over to help. She's got Demi Hip on her, giving a lot of space. Now off the handoff, Mosier shot turned away by Reiser.
Nice block.
Sarah Reiser listed at 5'11", great size on the interior for the Lady Whippets. Baker turns the corner, and she got fouled, heading to the free throw line.
That's a nice aggressive drive by Baker off the handoff. Nice runner and takes the hit. Couldn't finish, but she's going to get 2.
Trinity Baker can't stick the first. She had a great season, though, almost averaging 8 points per game as a sophomore. And has got a ton of minutes so far this season. And she sticks the landing on the second. Three points now for Trin. And a rebound inside. Wow. Davis threw it off the bottom of the backboard. Now Hip to the corner. Schwemley, quick 3.
Big shot by Eve Schwemley. Great look by Hip, and she stepped in, knocked down that shot, and that could be big. If she can hit that shot consistently, that'll open things up for this Shelby offense.
Sneak it inside, great pass. Davis on the receiving end.
Brooklyn Davis doing a great job of positioning, and that's how she's so successful on the offensive glass. Another turnover by the Whippets.
As Moser came away with it, now Smith had to go with the scoop shot. Baker got Albert out in front off the leak out. Easy money.
Audie Albert doing a great job once again running the floor, getting out ahead of the Norwalk defense, and that could be the difference. Oh, a little cheap foul.
Go down as number 2 on Baker.
Yeah.
Second look there on the Bo Lacey replay. Albert just reading the play and getting out.
Well, and those are the things that make the difference in the game. How many easy baskets can you get? We know both these teams are going to be solid defensively. So how many easy baskets can you get?
Albert, Reiser, Baker all check out. Some wholesale changes here for Coach Lance's bunch. Got a 3-point lead here. Under 3 minutes to go before the half. And the sensational sophomore Koenig earns a second.
And, you know, Norwalk has been in full court 2-2-1 pressure, and Shelby's done a good job of not only breaking it but attacking it. And here they have another opportunity.
Nice got tripped up.
Yeah.
Final foul to give here for Norwalk. So Shelby also about to play themselves into the bonus.
Right, and you could tell Coach Lance has done a good job preparing her team to attack this zone pressure. Sometimes teams are just satisfied with breaking the press.
Schwemley lost her footing and looked like she was in some pain. Still
she
does.
came down hard on
Busted
that
her elbow.
Yeah.
She's a competitor, though. Almost was able to get that rebound. As Davis, she's so sure-handed inside. If you can put it within about 3 feet of her, she's got sticky fingers, man.
Great hands, great hands. You know, that's such a valuable commodity to have when you have players with good hands that can catch the ball in traffic.
Looks like Schwemley still grimacing a little bit in pain.
Yeah, she hit that elbow really hard when she went down. And the athletic director, Jason Goings, the do-it-all athletic director here at Ashland.
Oh, I seen him playing janitor duty earlier.
Ball boy,
rosters.
ball boy duty. He does it all here at Ashland High School.
Shout out Mr. Goings. Here's Koenig from the corner, rimmed out. Easy look. Oh, that one won't fall, though.
Wow.
Stunned there was no foul call. But Shelby able to come away with it as Charlie Neese eventually gets a reach in right there, and it's going to be number 2 on Koenig.
Charlie Neese, she's playing well. For not being a starter, she came in. She's played a lot of minutes so far in this game, but she's handled the pressure well. She's right now has got a couple great looks at the basket, but she's handled pressure and played well so far in this game.
Charlie averages 3.5 points per game. Sticks another one on our total right there. And a pure 2 for 2 that time for the Soph. Oh, the Whippets with those fast hands again. Creating a turnover, but Long couldn't take the pass there from Charlie in transition. And just not a good feed that time.
Little full court pressure here by the Lady Whippets. Looks like they're going to be in full court man-to-man.
Neese almost got there instead. Here comes a fast break opportunity. Davis
hands.
with the kick out. Long 2. Rattles off. And Long with the board.
Right now, to be able to, I think Coach Lance is trying to get a set play here. But right now, sometimes you just got to play. You got to get out and play and take care of the basketball. And as we say, there's another turnover by the Whippets.
But the recovery and a big swat there by Eve Schwemley.
Eve Schwemley not giving up on the play. Great job avoiding the contact, coming over with the left hand. Great job.
Smith looking to back her way in. Kick out three ball is
nice.
Good. Big shot there from Molman. So we're all back to square. Yeah, Schwemley's getting a little bit dinged up here in this first half. See what they run out of this, looking to spread things out, just let
Coach
Eve
Lance
go to work.
is yelling for a timeout.
She almost fell over.
She was screaming for a timeout. I think she senses this is a big possession before halftime and wants to get a good play called to execute. But I'll tell you, energy has been great for both of these teams, and it's fitting that it's a tie ball game because I think both of them are playing really hard at this point.
Been really impressed with Shelby's ability to just battle after getting an opportunity to watch Norwalk in person for the first time over the weekend. I thought that this was going to be a tough opportunity for these guards to showcase themselves, and while it's been pretty sloppy at times here, Effie, I at least love that they have come to play, and they are matching, if not exceeding, the energy and effort right now of the Lady Truckers.
Exactly, and that's what we talked about earlier. They have to match that energy. And they have turned Norwalk over quite a bit tonight. They've had their number of turnovers as well, but they have turned them over. And on cue, another turnover for the Lady Whippets, and a nice finish.
Yeah, that's Abby, the up and under, and the sophomore, showcasing the left hand. She's got 4 points now. Neese going to bring it back up top. Molman pressures her. And a 3 count there before she gets it off, and Coach Lance wants another TO.
Yeah, just great defensive pressure that time, denying. Once she picked the ball up, there was just nowhere to go. The Lady Truckers took away all outlets, and she had nowhere to go, so Coach Lance forced to call a timeout.
And Natalie, while she's a really intense coach, she's typically pretty calm and cool when I watch her on the sideline. Not during this huddle, Effie.
No. She's got some points to make during this huddle.
Yeah, she was getting the eye contact of every girl in that huddle and just laying into them. So something isn't going out on the floor that she's been instructing.
Right. Well, and the key to handling pressure, to be honest, it's just not dribbling. And it's in your nature to catch the ball and dribble. But if you don't dribble right away, it gives you so many more options. And that's a fundamental that a lot of players, boys and girls, have trouble with.
Bringing Neese off the double screen. Now it's Eve with the shovel pass out to Reiser. Charlie on the kick out. Baker, quick trigger. And now it's the Truckers out on the run. Coast to coast. Won't be there for Moser. Shot block. Davis with the putback. Right before the horn.
Always around the basketball, always.
And it gives Norwalk a 4-point cushion as both teams heading into the locker rooms after an exciting first half of play. Both units leaving it all on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout. We will be back with your halftime stats, analysis, and more. It's live, it's free, and it's right here on the OH Report. Girls Tournament Basketball will be back right after this.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store, or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're
Oh my
serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
But enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Know as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine, don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hear my
Tonight's high school basketball live stream brought to you live and free thanks to our very generous sponsors. Give it up for Spitzer Motors of Mansfield, home of the Spitzer Shield, shielding you from the unexpected on all purchases. Order a new vehicle exactly the way you want it, even if it's not in stock. El Campestre, for authentic Mexican dining with an atmosphere and service that will keep you coming back. Visit El Camp on West 4th Street in Ontario. Also offering carry-out at the phone number in the description, so go get in a quick order, pick it up, you'll be back in time for the second half. Lacey Construction, experience you can trust, done right and on time. Mechanics Bank, that's better. In Phillips Tube Group, located in Shelby, Ohio. They do big things out there, and I believe they are hiring, so check out their website that is down in the description below. We welcome you inside of the El Campestre halftime. I'm Brian Skowronski, and I am joined by the great Effie James, and I think we've got a pretty good ball game going. I mean, it hasn't been real clean. There's been quite a few giveaways, but both teams, they're locked in, and they want this just about as equally as bad as the other side. So the grit, the energy levels, it's all there.
Right, and that's what's important. And as a coach, you want to bring that. You're always concerned about that coming into a game. Some teams get, so preoccupied with the tournament aspect of win or go home that they don't come out with great energy. well, these teams have come out with great energy, just not the best execution that the coaches would want. But you could always tighten that up. And in the second half, I expect it to be a little bit cleaner, less turnovers for both teams, and really both teams really settling into what they want to do offensively and execute their game plans at a higher level, because I think they both played well. There's just been a lot of mistakes on both sides.
It's Norwalk right now with a 4-point cushion courtesy of a buzzer beater by Brooklyn Davis. She's got 8, leading all scorers. Eve Schwemley matching her on the other side for the Lady Whippets. And a surprise 6 points so far on the night for Charlie Neese. She's come off the bench and played some really big-time minutes for a sophomore and replacing some of the primary ball handlers. And that's why Coach Lance left her in the game. I think she logged probably about 10 minutes. Yeah,
and I think Charlie Neese came in and fulfilled kind of a hole they were having with, being able to handle the basketball. They don't have a lot of primary ball handlers, and Charlie came in doing a great job of handling pressure. She was able to break down the defenses a couple times, drive the lane, got a couple run-outs. She's done a great job in the first half of being just an extra solid ball handler against such a pressure defensive team like Norwalk.
Kylie Mosier has 5 points, the second leading scorer for Norwalk right now. Abby Koenig, the top scorer on the season for them, puts up 13 per contest. She's got 4 at this point in the contest. And over on the other side, there's quite a few players for Shelby that have scored just a basket or a basket in a free throw. So nobody more than 3 outside of the 2 top scorers, Neese along with Eve Schwemley. A couple of sophomores leading the way right now for the Lady Whippets.
Well, absolutely. And they've had some great contributions from people. I know, Audie Albert also got out a couple transition baskets. She came in, played very well in spots. But again, for Norwalk, and I can see why people say, Brooklyn Davis doesn't have great stats and that, but you watch her impact on the game. She's always around the basketball. She always gets her hands on an offensive. If she doesn't get the offensive rebound, she tips it. She's got great hands on the inside. When she gets a pass, she catches it. And, in that last couple minutes, few possessions for Norwalk, she made some big plays, and which led to them going to halftime with a lead. So, she's not one of those players that's going to jump out at you, but her consistency and being able to affect the game the way she does is a big reason why Norwalk is in this position and why they have the lead here tonight.
They've got a program record 20 wins so far on the season and looking to add another one into the W column. And if they can, they're going to move on to the district championship for round 3 with SBC foe Perkins, who was able to knock off number 2 in Bellevue, a team that's won 5 of the last 6 district championships here. They are out yet again, not even making it to the final for the 2nd straight season. So will we see an all SBC championship? Or will the Lady Whippets, the defending queens here of the Ashland District, break through and get on to the championship game? That's what we're going to uncover and show you guys over the next 16 minutes of action. And I think that there was enough rotation in the lineups that each of these units, I don't think fatigue's going to be a factor here, Effie, and fully expecting them to leave every single ounce of energy they have out on the floor. Both of these coaches, they've just been demanding that of their team so far tonight.
Yeah, and in those locker rooms, what was being discussed was execution, the details of the game, not the energy. That it's clearly on the floor. What both coaches have, I'm sure, talked about at halftime is executing, making sure that we cut down on the turnovers and play a cleaner second half.
It's Whippet basketball to open up quarter number 3 as we wrap up our El Campestre halftime, and pretty play there for Schwemley. And she'll chase down her own miss. Didn't hesitate, 3 in the air, and Davis able to secure. So 2 opportunities there for Shelby. They come up empty-handed. And Smith with a giveaway. And we tried really hard to track down stats from that first half. Nobody in the building tracking them. We normally do, but with our computer malfunction there at the end of the first quarter, our little system went out of whack there. So we don't know, Effie, but we got to assume that both teams were double figures.
Double-digit turnovers and a few mistakes, and we've seen another couple turnovers here in the last 2 possessions.
Smith with the pull-up J. That one just a little bit off the mark. And somehow Davis almost ballerina tiptoed her way down the baseline to keep it in play.
Wow.
Just shooting in there. Oh, so close.
Yeah, I can see, why she's got the accolade. She plays a really nice game. She is fundamentally sound and got great hands. And she's always around the basketball and makes the right play.
Kick out to the corner. Here's the drive, the dish, and wide open. Demi Hip hasn't scored yet until now. Bombs away.
How about that? Nice looking shot by Demi Hip.
Well, they match it long 2 back iron. And they'll keep it alive here. Molman with the offensive rebound. Koenig reassesses as they get some direction from head coach Brock Manlin.
And Shelby gets back into their zone look, which leaves opportunities for threes. But again, Brooklyn Davis with the great rebound and a great move inside, was able to step inside and get an open look. And, they'd be well served to find ways to get Brooklyn Davis to basketball. She is having her way on the interior.
Excellent ball movement, got into the hands of the girl. They want it going towards the hoop, and Shelby's going to keep possession down here, but Schwemley typically going to cap those off. And Kenzie Smith, who checked out for about 10 seconds, they get it right back in. Just a message from coach.
Right.
Eve does just get it in. Hip hit the last one. Not this time, but how about this? And one opportunity. Schwemley absorbs the contact, left hand, and it drops.
Yeah, nice offensive rebound that time, and she didn't wait. She went right back up with the basketball, took the contact, finished strong with the left hand. Great job by Eve Schwemley.
And she's able to cap off the three-point play the old-fashioned way. We are back to even 27 each. Coach Lance, very animated over on the sideline, asking her girls to sit down, come up with a big play. Albert nearly did, and she will eventually come away with the theft. Now Baker stepping through.
Nice.
Gorgeous move. Truckers want a timeout. And look at Natalie. She looks like she's 15 years old again, bouncing up off the sideline. My goodness, she wants this one.
Well, that is great energy, and defensively by the Shelby Lady Whippets, they jumped into a quick zone pressure where they trapped the ball on the sideline, and it caught Norwalk off guard, led to a turnover. But, when it comes to these possessions, as you can see with each possession, means a whole lot. And so when you turn the ball over, both of these teams, and Shelby especially now here in the third quarter, they're looking to score off of it. They're going to be aggressive, and they're trying to attack the basket, going right into the lane. That drive that time, nice Euro step and finish, was a nice move. So we got ourselves a second half.
Yeah, that's going to be a
fun one.
Effie.
Second half, yeah.
And the energy in the building, palpable. You can feel it all the way around.
Sure.
Not very many empty seats here in Ashland tonight.
Great community support. That's always great to have. That means so much, and I don't know if all communities understand what that means, but it means a lot. Another turnover.
And Demi Hip able to finish, the smallest player on the floor. Whippets with their largest lead back at 4 points. And it's a one and done. Schwemley looked like her arm got swatted.
Yeah.
But it leads to this, an open look. Koenig airmail, but guess who?
Look
Right
there.
place, right time.
There.
Buckets.
I'll tell you what.
Beast. How else do you put it? She is a monster in the paint.
She is.
Great look, though, right there. Booker switching to the left hand. And, man, we got a prize fight going here, Effie, back and forth.
Well, I tell you, and I've said it before, Norwalk would be, to get the ball to Brooklyn Davis. Right now, she only gets the ball when she gets an offensive rebound. I'd be calling some plays to give her the basket. There you go. Get it to her inside.
Turns baseline, drew a double team. The kick out runner, Koenig, halfway in and out. And Davis again, We need to get her a trash lady outfit
Yeah,
because she
yeah.
is cleaning up a lot of messes.
Well, even just getting the ball, and sometimes when you throw the ball inside, not just to get a point, but if she gets the ball, she's going to draw a lot of attention like she did. She kicks it for an open look, and if you miss it, that's okay. She's there for the cleanup. You know, just a great all-around effect on the basketball game. And, you know, I'll say again, you can see why stats don't matter with this young lady. Her effect on the game is, you know, sometimes it can't go in the stat sheet. She caught the ball, and there was 3 Lady Whippets around her, which gave an open opportunity to one of her teammates.
Trims the deficit back down to 2. As the zone pressure continues here for the Lady Truckers. Lady Whippets have handled it pretty well for most of the evening. Schwemley, quick move baseline, had to pick up her bounce, swatted away by Smith, and it's going to stay down at this end.
Yeah, and I like the aggressiveness, though. Shelby still tries to attack from that zone pressure, but that time Norwalk done a great job of settling into their quarter court defense, not giving away an open shot.
Booker hands off, hip with a little hesitation. Foul's going to be on the floor. Picked up here by Mosier. Excuse me, that's Lucy Schlutter.
You know, Hip may be the smallest player out there, but she's not afraid to get it in there and battle inside. She's looking to get the ball inside. She'll make some outside shots. She's aggressive.
2 players, same area. Shelby comes away with it with Baker barking out some orders. Get the switch here with Smith on Eve. Like that matchup. Little bulldog up top here for Norwalk.
Absolutely.
Now Albert with the crossover, hip. Got it snatched away. Koenig racing out on the 2-on-2. Great find, shot blocked. No chance there. Quick like a cat, meow with the block right there. Alexis Booker.
Yeah, Booker timed her jump very well. She stayed down and jumped right at the right time. Great block, which stopped what could have been an easy transition basket. So great job getting back on transition defense.
Baker's going to get a quick rest. Our first sighting of Charlie Neese in this second half. And instantly picks up a foul here as Koenig went right at her.
Fouls on Charlie Neese. That's her first, team second to the line to shoot for the Lady Truckers is Abby Koenig.
You know, and Koenig understands, like, listen, we can't, you know, sometimes you have to be aggressive, and she took the opportunity, got the space, drove hard with the left hand, and she forced the contact. You know, I don't know if it was so much Charlie Neese creating the contact. She forced the contact, going strong to the basket. Nice aggressive move.
So we're all back to even. A couple of Larry Birds up on the scoreboard here. For you young kids, that was a great NBA player from the 80s.
I was going to say that. Are you sure everybody knows who that is?
Oh, almost an N1 opportunity here for Reiser. Great job of establishing herself and going right at Davis.
Yeah, and Norwalk that time went to a 2-3 zone, and right away Shelby went right inside to challenge Davis inside, which was a good move. Nice attempt at a shot, got her 2 free throws.
Pretty follow through right
Nice.
there, nothing but net. And 2 for 2, and probably the 2 prettiest free throws you'll ever see.
Nice.
Good stuff there for the 5'11 junior. And Shelby forces yet another giveaway.
Wow.
Piling up for the Lady Truckers.
Yep.
Dare I say they have a truckload of turnovers tonight, Effie.
Oh, it was only going to be a matter of time.
They go down inside. Albert re-gifting. As Koenig was there to see it all go down. No one's going to guard Smith. She'll do that.
Yeah, Kenzie Smith, was a step outside her range, took a dribble, stepped right into a nice-looking three, knocked it down.
Pressure starting to heat up a little bit on the perimeter here for Norwalk. Shelby looking to get into a little half-court set. Started here on the wing with Schwemley. Reiser's got a size advantage down in low. Eve from the foul line.
Wow.
Banks are open here in Ashland.
Nice ball movement that time by Shelby to get that good look by Eve Schwemley.
Nice pass, tough finish. You saw Moser just catching it. Almost embarrassed.
This 2-2-1 half court has I think it's been wearing on Shelby a little bit, where early on they were getting layups. Right now, you could tell it's really taking its toll and being effective.
Can't cash in the three. Schwemley chasing down an offensive board,
Great
so another
effort.
opportunity. She's got the handoff, trying to go right to the rack. And Coach Lance says back it out. Let's restructure. But Koenig again shooting in the disruptor to the cup, forcing a timeout here for the Lady Whippets.
Yeah, Koenig has done a great job of playing those passing lanes. She's had active hands defensively and got quite a few of those breakout lay-ins. So she's doing a good job of being active defensively.
And actually just an official timeout. I think actually Trinity Baker lost a shoe. But she's got it back on. Another deflection. Schwemley in trouble. And Reiser the turnaround off target. Nice there for the tie-up.
Physical play inside. And, I'm all about it for the tournament. The only thing I if you're going to complain, it's that sometimes they call a touch foul here or there. But, if it's going to be physical, most coaches will tell you they'd rather be physical than not. Nice find.
Yeah, sick wraparound pass. Moser to Davis.
Right.
3-point lead, and here comes Brooklyn again. Pull-up jumper.
Does she miss? Does she ever miss? She doesn't shoot that much, but she does not miss.
And now she's shot out of the cannon, keeping that scoring streak up. 7 straight here for the Truckers. And Shelby, they just want to take it into the fourth.
Yeah.
What a run here by
Wow.
Norwalk with money time on the horizon.
Okay, so I'm a Brooklyn Davis fan, okay? I'm a fan. It's official. She does it.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
The place is rocking here at Ashland. Thanks to that young lady right there, Brooklyn Davis. Check this out. Okay, so there's the bucket that she made. There's about 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Effie. She's going to go ahead and pull up and do that.
Right.
What's next? How about
Another
she shoots
steal.
in and handles her business. 6-0 run for Davis in about a 20-second stretch to close out the third, and that's basically the difference in the game right now.
Absolutely.
Almost another bad giveaway for Shelby. It's going to lead, though, to a foul here on Moser.
Well, the big thing for Shelby right now is, it's the beginning of the fourth quarter. You've got to settle in right now. You've done some things well offensively. You just got to get back to those things and take care of the basketball.
Whippets trying to keep their poise here at the offensive end. As Hip steps into one, halfway home, the friendly roll, baby.
Get out of here. Big
Shooter's
shot.
touch. 8 points now for the senior. Bad pass by Koenig inside. Trying to hook up with Davis, always a good idea.
Right. That's a bad pass if Davis can't catch it.
And I see there's a lot of you out there watching live and free. Send me some comments. Let me know what you're feeling about tonight's contest. We'll feature in the fan zone. I'll read a couple if we get some timeouts. As Shelby pulls within a bucket, 6 feet inside, and Booker knew what to do with it.
Right. Nice execution. Great job by the Whippets. Great passing on the interior by the time.
Blocking foul here on the other end against Alexis. But that's what she did previously on the Bo Lacey replay. You see it go down. I think we're in for a heck of a finish tonight.
I think so. Wow.
Oh, Davis, come on. Come on. Just using that body so well, she gets a mismatch with Baker guarding her. Big size advantage. Baker thought about the three. Now kicks it out. Schwemley has to chase it down after she mishandled. Now Eve from the foul line catches a lot of back iron, and it's going to be saved in bounds here by Emily Koenig.
Yeah, that's a good timeout. Good timeout.
Starting to wear down just calling this game, Effie. I can't imagine what it feels like on the floor for these two units.
Well, and a lot of these young ladies have been playing, have logged a lot of minutes, and they're not giving each other a break. Both teams are playing full court defensively. They're challenging every pass full court. So, and I think this is what we expected from this game. Two quality teams that can score, play good defense, and, there's some star power. Brooklyn Davis has played well as we expected. Shelby has had players step up and play well too in spots. So, this game is going to come down to who's going to execute, who's going to limit their turnovers. And when it's this close, it always comes down to free throws as well. Who can knock down shots from the line to put the game away?
And you mentioned to me in between quarters that it was very reminiscent, that run that we saw by Brooklyn Davis there at the end of the third, about what Norwalk did overcoming that 12-point differential in a comeback win against Mansfield Senior, where they scored 17 of the last 20 points to stun the Tigers, who looked like they were a shoo-in for this round. But here are the top seed and playing well. 4-point lead. But Shelby, so aggressive defensively. How about him getting on the floor, shovels it forward. Schwemley fouled on the floor.
Wow.
So no continuation as Smith with the reach in before Eve left her feet.
And Eve Schwemley has done a great job of getting out in transition, trying to get those easy baskets.
Just seems like you're on the edge of your seat.
Absolutely.
Every other pass here.
Nice pass.
And one for Adi Alberts. Driving her way to the line as she's got 6 and a chance for one more.
Well, that is a great look by Alexis Booker You know, she drove the lane and give it a nice pass to Audie Albert for the finish.
Caps it off, 1-point game. Koenig with a pass to Smith, trying to zip it inside for Davis. Second time we've seen that.
Yeah.
Can't deliver it on the money on the block.
Wow.
And that's a girl, we've seen what type of hand she's
Right,
got. She's like a wide receiver.
Exactly.
They'll swing it back over to Hip. She's had a great second half. All 8 of her points coming in these last quarter and a half. Booker just off target.
Oh, big rebound.
Just a little bit more 1-2 that time for Schwemley. And not very often do you see someone get inside of Davis for a rebound.
Right.
Schwemley did that. Kenzie Smith might have got away with a little shuffle right there. Now she leaves it off inside for Abby. Turned away, not this time.
Another good block inside. I thought she timed it well. I think, you know, Norwalk crowd wants a foul, but I thought it was a good block.
Davis going baseline. There's your miss,
Oh,
Effie,
she
finally.
missed.
But guess what? She got her own miss. Norwalk fans calling for a foul. Now here's Schwemley. Turned away. The pinata popped right out of midair there by Molman. And a kick ball.
End-to-end action for both teams, and neither team really giving an inch right now.
That's going to be foul number 3 here on Trinity Baker. And it puts Koenig on the line. Shelby still got 2 more fouls to give. Norwalk is out of those, so Shelby's going to be shooting free throws, every defensive foul the rest of the way.
I think this will be probably the shortest break in the history of breaks for Brooklyn Davis, because I don't see her sitting on the sideline very long before she's back in.
Yeah, quenching the thirst real quick. Got the pink water bottle. And Booker had it poked away right out of her hands. Albert does the same back at the other end to avoid an easy bucket there for Norwalk.
A little fatigue starting to set in here for some ball handling mistakes by both teams. So again, like we talked about, it's going to come down to execution. Who can handle the pressure?
Koenig came up short. Nice job of contesting there by the Whippets without fouling. As we're halfway through this 4th quarter, and Coach Lance going to call a full timeout. Sometimes these just to try to catch your breath.
Right, exactly.
Doesn't necessarily have to be a message involved.
Right.
And I think Natalie, too, might just need to catch hers. You see how many defensive stances she's got in on the sideline tonight?
Right, right. This is a great opportunity for Coach Lance to, again, you know, even you can call a play while your team's in the, you know, in the midst of playing, but sometimes you have to sit them down, actually draw up the play that they probably ran 1,000 times, but to draw up the play to emphasize the execution so you can get a great look this time. And that's why the reason why a lot of coaches call timeout in this spot. 4 minutes to go. You want to get a really good look here, call a good set play that your kids are familiar with that they can execute, and, you know, get a good possession here and try to get a defensive stop. So I like the timeout because I think it was a lot of sloppy play on both sides, and I think they're going to take the opportunity here to call a set play and see if they can get a good look.
We've had few big runs in the contest.
Right.
Shelby got out to an early lead. Norwalk closed the 3rd on a nice run.
Right.
Other than that, it's pretty been like a jab and then a counter hook, and then here comes another punch. I mean, back and forth.
Right.
And I see we've got an end of the third quarter score in one of our other live streams going on right now. Buckeye Central just clobbering South Central by 30. Margaretta all over Winford as well, 33-15 at the end of the third. So if you want to check in on some other games, we've got 2 other live and free actions going on, but this is the best of them right now as that one spins out for Davis, but she'll get a chance at the free throw line for a couple.
And another turnover on a set play call, just not executed very well by the Lady Whippets, and gave an opportunity for a run out for Norwalk.
We've seen 9 turnovers each here in the second half. Truckers are 5 of 6 from the free throw line since that halftime break as well. So been doing a nice job of knocking them down as Jason Goings, the man of many hats, back at it. Who needs help when you can just do all the jobs?
Do it all. Do it all. Just, save a little bit on the school district budget.
Yep.
Just do it yourself.
I don't think we've had a replay yet of an athletic director cleaning up the floor, so
nice.
Mr. Goings making history here. Davis now with 23 points. She's got half of the output here for the Lady Truckers.
Yeah, and, one of the things that's so impressive about Brooklyn Davis's game, especially tonight, is not many of those points have come off just direct entry passes to her. Most of them have been off offensive rebounds or her getting a loose ball.
Got a 1-score game here. Lady Whippets looking for a big basket.
Oh, yeah. Bravo.
And Trinity Baker with a little 1-2 step right here.
Well, that was a great job by Kenzie Smith jumping in the passing lane at the very last second. So she had nowhere to go. She had to keep the ball and cause the travel. So great defense by the Truckers that time, the Lady Truckers.
Here's Smith into traffic, switch to the left hand. Well defended, she's grabbing her left leg.
Ouch.
And they instantly stopped it. I thought they probably should have let Shelby have the advantage there,
Usually you do, and that's what Coach Lance is saying right now to the official. You generally don't stop the game when there's an injury to the opposing team if you have possession of the basketball. But
yeah, I think that's miscalled right there by the referees. You got to let them have the 5-on-4.
Right.
And it looks like probably just a cramp here for Kenzie.
Yeah.
So that's the good news.
She's been playing a lot of minutes very hard, and hopefully it's nothing serious. But I think you're right. Generally, you let that play go. And that's what Coach Lance was talking about to that official right away.
Yeah, this is as animated as I have seen Miss Natalie on the sideline maybe ever. She's really got her step count in, getting in her workout, getting low, showing the kids how to defend properly, and definitely just got her jaw a nice workout in the referee's ear.
Right.
So this is crunch time of money time, folks. Sub 3 minutes to go for a spot in the district championship. Lady Pirates of Perkins waiting on the other end. Offensive foul against Albert here on a moving screen. Oh, that's trash.
Wow.
That's as bad as it gets.
That's a tough call.
I mean,
that's a tough one.
Hey, I'm all in the officials' corners, but what are you doing?
That's a tough one. It has been a physical basketball game, and that is a tough call.
This is a foul.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, and I don't know what else you do when the girl who's got the ball doesn't miss. So,
Baker probably making the right play, though. That's her fourth personal. But, I mean, that looked like Ray Lewis coming up the middle, eating up a running back.
Yeah, it did look like a fatigue foul as well. She looked, that was kind of a frustrated and exhausted type of foul.
Davis is human, though, after all, as she misfires on that free throw. And Nice back into the mix. Booker taking a seat. And Brooklyn calmly sinks the second.
Well, I think, Norwalk's done a great job of protecting the interior, and I think, the Lady Whippets are going to have somebody lately.
That's an unbelievable feed by her. Albert couldn't get the ball to drop. So close. Wow. Oh, great defense by Baker. Albert with the step through, misfired inside on the bunny. And the pace back and forth we go for Moser. Kicks it back out here to Molman. They're going to settle things down. Lady Whippets thought that there was a travel there.
Yeah, great call. Great call.
Timeout here taken by Brock Manlett.
Yeah, and this is where we talk about that situation gameplay. And, whoa.
That was Baker with a two-hand takeaway right there. And it's the 10th turnover in the second half for Norwalk. Shelby's got 10 too, so that's basically evened itself out. It's just been the shot making and that little run at the end of the third quarter looming large right now. The 6-0 charge by Brooklyn Davis. Pretty much the difference.
Right, and I think for Shelby, they've been a little stagnant offensively. Haven't been able to get to the free throw line. They haven't been able to hit a shot here. They have got to continue to be aggressive, but they've got to do a better job of finishing. And I think Norwalk's defense has been excellent here in the fourth quarter. They have done a great job of defending without fouling, contesting shots without fouling, and then they're doing a great job on the defensive rebounds, getting those boards and clearing them away.
I got to see what the fans think. I'm going to pull up my Facebook feed right now. Sometimes you just got to default to the people. See Kathy Dodge seems to watch every game. What's up, Kathy? Nate cheering on the Truckers. Dora, good game. Go Whippets. Becca just has Brooklyn with a bunch of exclamation marks. I mean, that could have came at a lot of different periods, but that's a bad giveaway there for Smith. Just took her eye off the basketball.
All right.
Greg says Steve Gray read the stats on the radio. So we'll go track those down from our old friend, Mr. Gray.
Right.
And if you can believe it, Bob Cassidy reminding us this was 7-8 at the end of the first quarter.
It
so
was.
These offenses getting it going now. Here's Hip looking to turn the corner. Koenig just stuck out one of her paws and knocked it down.
Like the aggressiveness for Demi Hip, being able to drive inside, that's where they got to get. Just got to be able to finish.
Coach Lance with a TO, and they had two, so they've still got one more left, as does Norwalk. So I think there's a good timeout right here with 93 seconds to go. You got to get a good look here if you're Shelby. So this is probably one of those situations, Effie. What's your best play that works in practice all the time?
Well, and to start, you got to run your best out-of-bounds play, because if you can score on the out-of-bounds under, and a lot of teams have trouble defending out-of-bounds under. It's not just a given. It's a different defensive look trying to defend an out-of-bounds under. So if you got a good out-of-bounds under play that can lead to an open look, that's what she's calling right now, to be able to get a look off of this out-of-bounds under play.
These special situations, as Joe Baylog calls them, they add up throughout the course of the night, and he tracks so many analytics. He says typically if you can win this battle on the out-of-bounds plays, you're going to come out on top. We'll see what Coach Lance has up her sleeve here.
Right.
I might have to stand up. Everyone else is in front of me, Effie.
Right, I see.
It's going to be Hip, the trigger lady. And they'll come up top here for Charlie Neese. So probably not what they were trying to get out of that, at least not the easy look. Now Baker off the screen from Hip, who just got ran over by Davis. Bodies hitting the floor. Moser came away with it. Monster play there to go down to the floor and come away with the turnover. And now they're going to force Kenzie Smith to go earn it at the free throw line.
Yeah, that is, again, a great defensive stop. And getting that turnover there, that's a huge play. Those are the plays. Those are the special plays that change the game. You know, a turnover in the course of the game is one thing, but in that position, where Shelby could have cut it to 2.
Kenzie Smith.
That's tough.
So big at the end of the win over Mansfield Senior at the free throw line. She was perfect down the stretch, looking to do the same here. Not that time, so still 2-score game though. Whippets need a bucket. Oh, Neese looked like she was gonna go in for a layup, lost the handle. And now she just throws it away. Davis comes out of the pack, leaves it off Moser, sniped out of her hands, and it's off of her, so it's gonna be Shelby basketball. What a play by Schwemley to get back.
Yeah, great hustle by Eve Schwemley.
Or actually, it's Hip.
Wow, just not giving up on that play. Uh-oh, gotta pick up the pace.
40 seconds and counting as Neese lost the handle again. Jump ball.
Right.
Lady Whippets gonna keep possession. But boy, they cannot get anything going offensively.
Well, and you see how the Lady Truckers are able to turn up defensively. At the end of game, they play some of the best in-game defense I've seen. They play so well defensively in the end of the game.
Hip almost threw that one. And clutch. Schwemley.
Big time.
Calming things down there. Ginormous basket here for the Lady Whippets. It's just a 3-point game and a chance here to set up your defense, go for a quick steal before you put them on the line, and one more chance here at a 1-and-1 for the Truckers.
Well, and it's not like Norwalk has done a great job of handling the basketball. They've got, as you can see, they've got their fair share of turnovers. So Shelby just has to be aggressive, maybe get a trap or two, try to get a trap or two in the backcourt, and, they could possibly get another turnover here. But like you said, once they get into the forecourt, they probably will look to give a foul there, but they've got an opportunity here. Norwalk hasn't done a great job of handling pressure tonight overall.
25 combined turnovers in the second half alone. I think we're probably close to 50 for the game.
Yeah.
Kylie Moser to inbound. Shelby not guarding the basketball. As they've got Neese playing center field here, and Kenzie lost it. Albert!
Oh.
Had a foot out of bounds. I got to see this again.
Yeah, I think she had a foot on the line when she touched it.
Oh, what a tough break there for Hottie.
That was.
Looked like she was going to spin right into the biggest 2 points of her career. They do get it in. The trap comes. They evade the pressure. Koenig sends it ahead. They got a foul eventually.
Yeah.
And now they will, and they're going to put the sophomore on the line. Big free throw on the way here for Abby. But more importantly, if you're a Lady Trucker fan, that was 13 seconds off the clock.
Yes. That was the most important thing. They were able to shave some time off the clock. Great, smart plays where they could have rushed in and taken the shot. They were smartly got it out.
Tipped out. Albert whips it into the hands of Demi Hip. They're just going to play this one, Effie. Good if it goes, but it's off the mark, and the defending champions are out. Norwalk moving on as the top seed survives and advances into Saturday's championship match where they will see a familiar opponent in Sandusky Perkins. Big game, lots to talk about. We'll have plenty to say here in the El Campestre post game, including an interview with our player of the game. I don't think there's any question.
Absolutely.
We're going to be talking to Brooklyn Davis.
Right.
Catch that and more on the other side of the break.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
But enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm back to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hear my
Tonight's awesome high school basketball playoff live stream is brought to you live and free thanks to Spitzer Motors of Mansfield, home of the Spitzer Shield, shielding you from the unexpected on all purchases. You can order a new vehicle exactly the way you want it, even if it's not in stock. El Campestre, for authentic Mexican dining with an atmosphere and service that will keep you coming back. Visit El Camp on West 4th Street in Ontario, also offering carryout at the phone number in the description. Lacey Construction, experience you can trust, done right and on time. Mechanics Bank, that's better. And by Phillips Tube Group, servicing all of Richland County and the great city of Shelby. Check out the link, the website, Phillips Tube, in the description. We welcome you back for the El Campestre post-game show. My favorite restaurant in the greater Mansfield area. So glad that they jumped on board to sponsor, and I'm sure the Trucker Nation pretty glad that they tuned in tonight because they are moving on to the district championship game, 50-47, a hard-fought battle and a win over the Shelby Lady Whippets. I'm Brian Skowronski. Effie James is with me, and whew, man, that was a lot going on there in that game. Both teams, they spilled their guts out on the floor. Effie, at times it wasn't pretty in terms of the execution, but at the same time, they both wanted it to the nth degree, and it showed.
Absolutely, and the difference in this game really came down to the Lady Truckers being able to execute and score the basketball, where it just felt like to me the Lady Whippets, just as hard as they were playing, they just could not finish, and that they couldn't finish with their energy, and they couldn't finish around the basket. I don't know how many empty possessions they had within the last 4 minutes where they may have had an open look and just could not finish, and and Norwalk, to their credit, just took advantage of every opportunity that they had. So just a really great game. What we expected from these two quality programs, and great community support. I can't say that enough.
Sure.
Great support from both communities here. And they've done a wonderful job supporting these teams, and it shows. So great competition tonight.
We're going to show you the second half stats, folks, and this is how it played out over the last 2 quarters, with Norwalk coming away with a big victory, even though they had the 12 turnovers, but they forced 13 of them. And then they were able to knock down 8 foul shots, a couple of big ones at the end there, and that's how they were able to close it out. Effie, just a lot of will and determination and want to. I think that's kind of just what put them over the top in this game. They wouldn't lose.
Right. They refused to lose, and that played with that heart and grit that got them here and got them to the #1 seed.
And we are now going to talk to the young lady who helped carry them into the district championship as we welcome you back with our player of the game. It is Brooklyn All Davis. Big game for you here tonight, and obviously there was a lot of physicality up and down the floor, so just give us some insight about just what it was like to be a part of this game. 2 teams just leaving it all out there.
We had to play our hearts out in the previous games. During practice, we went through so many drills, just putting our hearts out into it. Is this working? Okay. Yeah.
So for you here in this game, you really took command when you were able to get the ball down and low, and you had a bunch of offensive rebounds. Did you feel like you were able to just win a lot of your matchups pretty much no matter who was guarding you tonight?
Yeah, we had really good matchups this game. We knew we had to get on in shooters and we had to box out, but there was all little spurts in the game where everyone just did their job. We made shots, we rebound, we all just did our job that game, and that's what made us successful.
How would you describe the way that this team plays? Because I've seen you now 2 times, Saturday and tonight, and it just seems like you give it 110% all the time. Give me some insight about how you would say Norwalk basketball comes to compete every night.
We have to give it 110 all the time, no matter what we're doing, because we never know when it's our last game to play. We just got to leave it all out there. Just 110 all the time.
And Effie, I know you were really impressed with Miss Davis. He became
so.
a fan by the end of the day.
Very much so. I want to, and you tell Coach Manlett that I said I want more plays drawn up for you because you don't miss. But an excellent job tonight. And, defensively, I thought you had a stretch where you had like 3 steals in a row. Did you feel like that was a moment where you had to turn it on yourself as a leader of this team to get the win? How did you feel getting those 3 steals?
I definitely feel like when I did that, my team just got all hype, and then everyone else's energy just brought way up, and we just got so many steals. So just that one little second in the game brought us all up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great game. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was such a key moment in the game. We're looking at all your highlights from that stretch right there. It happened in about 20 seconds, and that really became the difference by the end of the night, Brooklyn. So you guys are moving on. You're going to be taking on a team that I know you've already defeated twice during the regular season. Tell me about the matchup, Perkins versus Norwalk, and how you think it's going to play out on Saturday.
Well, we definitely can't take them lightly. Like we said, we have to bring 110 no matter what we do. Just got to play our hearts out, always. That's what I always say. It's just repetitive. We always just got to play our hearts out because I know I love basketball, and I'm pretty sure every one of my girls out there love basketball as well.
And I noticed that all the girls have the same tattoo on their right arm, but what do you guys rock it?
Yeah, it's our charter bus tattoo. Mine's a little faded away, but before every game, our assistant coach, Coach Schwartz, she normally gives us a pep talk, and then we get like symbols of tattoos every game just to get us pumped and make sure we're all united as one piece.
Well, it worked here tonight. Congratulations on a really hard-fought win. You want to shout out anybody before you get out of here?
I want to shout out my mom and my grandpa. Thank you for supporting me.
All right, Brooklyn Davis, a 24-point double-double. She was monstrous tonight, your Spitzer Motors MVP. Thanks a lot for the time.
Great game, Brooklyn. Good job.
Oh, and she gets a whole pack of gummy worms here.
How about that?
Coming through.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store, or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
$50-47. Those young ladies and their fan base moving on. The top-seeded Norwalk Lady Truckers are rolling into Saturday, where they are going to get a familiar foe in Sandusky Perkins for the third time this season. Brian Skowronski and Effie James with you here to close things out from Ashland. I mean, in the words of Jay-Z, what more can we say? I think we've said it all, Effie. Brooklyn Davis, she's getting interviewed by everybody. She was the star of stars tonight, and that's probably all that needs to be said. She kind of took over at times in the game and was a big-time difference maker.
Yeah, and she was, again, the key to the game, to the win. She was a catalyst on both ends of the floor. And right when Shelby, I thought, was getting a handle on the game, she took the game over and led to that spurt, which gave them a 6 or I believe 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And that was the difference. That really was the difference. And they were able to maintain. They knocked down free throws, and they really locked in defensively, where Shelby just couldn't buy a basket in the last 4 minutes. And,
sure.
And that was their downfall. But overall, a really competitive contest. Both teams played their hearts out.
So we'll put a bow on Shelby's season real quick. And great team effort collectively throughout the campaign to win yet another MOAC championship, their 5th in a row. They get to districts yet again, 6 straight trips now for Coach Lance and her bunch. And even though the athletes change, that has not. They continue to be successful, and I think it's a true testament to them and their program, the fact that they won another sectional title, Effie, and not only did they play with the number 1 seed, they had a lead for a lot of tonight's game until that big third quarter spurt at the end there by Brooklyn Davis. So I think you got to be happy if you're Shelby that you came out, you did your thing, and you played well.
Well, and plus the fact, on top of that, Coach Lance has a lot of underclass star. You know, she's got some underclassmen that are going to be able to play well for her next year, and even beyond that. So the future is bright for this club, as always. And but as far as tonight goes, they just played hard. They just, you know, I won't say they were outmatched, but they were just outplayed by a team that was just prepared and executed well. And they have a star. They have a bona fide star on their team, and she made the difference tonight.
Yeah, look at Brooklyn Davis making the rounds. I mean, how many reporters want to talk to this lady? All of them is the answer.
Right.
Because she was that good, that gifted, that special tonight, and a really humble kid. The interview was great, giving a lot of deflection to her teammates and just saying that ultimately that's what matters, just playing hard, her and her girls. And I love the stick-on tattoo idea before every game.
That's a great idea. Great idea.
It was pretty cool. So moving on, you just got to see Perkins and what they did against Bellevue. Wasn't pretty, but they won, I think, 21-19 in that game. So give me your thoughts on number 1 Norwalk, taking them on. But what do you think?
Well, it really depends on if the Lady Pirates can come out and enforce their will defensively, which will be a lot tougher task. I believe Norwalk's got a lot more, you know, their weapons offensively are a little bit more consistent, but I thought the Lady Pirates defensively they gave a lot of trouble tonight to Bellevue. And so, you know, I would love to see a defensive battle, a few more shots being made, but I think it's going to be a tough game. I really think it's going to be a tough game, and I think that young lady, Brooklyn Davis, is going to be a key again. If they can find a way to control her output of the game, you know, the Lady Pirates, you know, certainly will have a chance to upset the number 1 seed.
51-41, they beat Perkins in the first meeting. In their second meeting, it was 45-29. So the Lady Truckers with a season sweep of them, and they will take them on Saturday, not Bellevue, who got knocked off tonight, the number 2 seed. Well, that is going to wrap up our coverage tonight from Ashland Aero Arena. Fun night of girls basketball, though, Effie.
Sure.
We got some points. We got some action here in the second game and in the first one. Hey, you say you love defense. You couldn't have asked for much more than 21-19.
Absolutely. Great games.
Got to thank all of our generous sponsors who come together and help make tonight's game live and free, including Spitzer Motors of Mansfield, Campestre, Lacey Construction, Mechanics Bank, James One Inc., and Phillips Tube out there in Shelby. My incredible staff here tonight: Adam Thompson was directing and handing all the audio and video, Jory Hollenbeck on the camera, Effie James, my color commentator. My name's Brian Skowronski. Signing out here from Ashland, but I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. I'm going to Monroeville, the Crestview Cougars, the guys. They got a big game coming up, trying to improve on their best season in school history, and 5 other live streams all going down live and free on the OH Report, so you can catch us then.